Okay, good evening, everyone. Good morning to people who are logged in on the Western Coast and all. So, thank you so much, Neelam, for such a nice introduction. And it was wonderful hearing from you, Rahat, your transformation journey in terms of getting away from insulin. It's not easy. People are not able to get away from medication itself, and you already got away from insulin. And definitely, you have done a lot of things with together with your coach Swapnali. Kudos to her to help you on this transformative journey. And coming to me, yeah, so I basically belong to North India, been in Bangalore for more than 21 years into IT industry, into SAP consulting. And last couple of years or more than 7, 8 years, I had my own health transformation through this community. And that's where me and my wife, we became passionate to work towards health and wellness, and we started helping a lot of other people. So yes, today I'm sure a lot of people have seen the flyers. More than 270 people would have seen the flyers. You've seen the mailers. So what I'm going to talk about today is the 5 1 minute rule. Now 1 minute दिखने में बहुत छोटा है, but if you go for 60 seconds, little bigger. Ask a performance tester. It's called 36,000 or 3600 millisecond. If you are in IT industry, for that performance tester, 3600 millisecond is a big deal. And that's what we are going to talk about 1 minute. Or ask someone who's doing a plank or doing a plank for just first time. That 1 minute looks endless. And that's what we will going to talk about 5 1 minute rule today, which will help you for your transformative journey. And let me go ahead and share my screen and just help me know if you can. I hope my screen would be visible now. Correct. So the 5 1 minute rule,
Yes,
what we will talk about today. And what is that? Basically, it is going to help every organ of your body. A disclaimer, don't worry about the video. These are just video clips without an audio. So if you don't hear anything in during my entire session, these are very short clips. That's it intentionally I have made it. So we are going to talk about something which will embrace your transformative health. It's nothing for one specific health concern. It's for health, mindful, healthy living. That's what I am going to talk about. And let's begin the first one. The rule number one is 1 minute eating pause. Now, can someone type what does it mean 1 minute eating pause? In simple words, it means that when you are eating, when you had your one serving, let's say when you pick one chapati, you had finished one chapati, what you need to do? Or you had one serving of food, whatever you had, it can be any meal, is taking a minute pause. Why we need to take a minute pause? To basically connect with a meal, connect your body with the meal. Make sure that you are slowing down, you are cultivating mindfulness when you are eating, you are thinking about how it has been prepared, who all have contributed in this food, enhancing your relationship with the food, and then eventually it also helps digestion. And the most important, if I go to some scientific fact, it also creates a vagus connection between your gut and your mind. And what it helps, if that vagus connection is built up, it eventually happens that your body start feeling, do you want to overeat or you are already fulfilled? That's what it has. Do you really need a next serving or you are filled? Because eventually then it helps to avoid overeating, and you learn to understand, is it just your habit that you take three rotis, four rotis, or maybe one roti with little bit rice, or is it really a hunger? That's what that 1 minute pause can help you. So the first rule is 1 minute pause before taking the next serving. That's what I'm talking about. Let's move to rule number two, the 1 minute hourly pause. What's this 1 minute hourly pause? It's about when we are deep inside some work or deep inside some conversation, it always makes sense to pause sometime. Because eventually, when we are trying to do something, if our mind is not able to get the solution, that pause basically tells your mind, your blood neuron functioning to calm. Your cells become a little bit calmer when you take a 1 minute pause, maybe after every 1 hour. And what it helps, let's go through it. Eventually it helps to reset. The solution which you're working is not coming, you breathe a little bit, it rejuvenates, and then just for 60 seconds, that breathe which you do without thinking about that work, it gives relaxation to your blood vessels. That's what it helps. The 1 minute pause every hour. Okay, just pause it. And in simple practice, it's a very simple practice, but it promotes relaxation. It helps better blood circulation. Otherwise, you are thinking and you are already stressing. And it is very, very helpful for people who want to manage their blood pressure and also stress. Plus, it helps to become more productive the next 1 hour. So that's what the 1 minute pause hourly as a rule helps you. Let's move next. The rule number 3, and it's called 1 minute response pause, which means, like in meeting, if someone is already presenting, let's say something, and you already have some question, you want to just get in between and ask your question, maybe thinking I feel maybe I'm more smarter if I ask in middle. But how about maybe pausing and letting the person conclude? Maybe the answer would be there in the next 1 minute. So 1 minute response pause. Or when you receive a message, immediately typing the response. Because eventually, what we are trying to talk here is a reaction versus response. So reply after a minute gap, because that will help you in the next thing. It basically helps your mind to think better, have some emotional balance, because whatever you have received the message, maybe immediately the thought came which is like a reaction, but that might not be correct from the other person view. And it helps you allow to better thought and response, think and response, breathe deeply. It also helps for better decision making, and most important, it helps foster the relationship, because maybe the quick response you give without pausing, that 1 minute response, might not be correct or might lead to ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Maybe I sometimes face this problem, and that's where I started building this habit to not respond it with my eyes. So that's what I'm talking about. Eventually, then the life becomes much more easier, and it works goes away. The work also, because sometimes you can say that you are in a meeting with your manager and you got some manager is asking something and you got a great answer, but you might have seen the moment you answer it, the works comes to me. How about taking a pause? Maybe let that work go to someone else, yeah. Why not? That's what I'm talking, the rule number 3, which is 1 minute response pause. Okay, let's move to the next one. The next one, rule number 4, morning gratitude minute. So when we wake up in the morning, as soon as we wake up, don't be in a hurry. Take a minute, pause your life. You have the entire day. So what do we plan to do in that? Give a gratitude. Get up, open your windows, open your curtains, uplift it, basically uplift your spirit. Give a gratitude to God for that new day. Give a gratitude for whatever you have, for everything you got. Be grateful for whatever you have and everything you have. It's a very simple practice, just a minute in the morning, but it encourages mindfulness. It helps to for emotional well-being. It promotes your emotional well-being because you're thankful to the God for a new day. And also the day just began, it sets a positive tone of the day. That's what it helps, the 1 minute gratitude morning. And that's the fourth rule. And let's move to the fifth one, mostly the last, the night reflection minute. Again, it's the day is ending. How about that is reflecting my day for a minute, for a 2 minute, whatever it helps you, a minute. What it does basically is it helps you to think how the entire day happens, your day, the feelings you had, the feeling about someone, the work which you couldn't do, how you can improve tomorrow. In that way you can think. You might have responded someone, you might have consumed some reels, you might have read some books, you might have responded to someone whom now you are feeling a guilt. But what it will help when you reflect the experience of the day feeling, it helps to reset your mind. You are able to unwind and gain insight, retrospect on yourself, that okay, I would have responded in a different way, or this reel I got some insight, maybe tomorrow I can work, and helps you to prepare for a new day. That's the last rule of 1 minute reflection at the end of the day. And those are the 5 1 minute rule I wanted to talk to you today. And these are very micro pauses. These are sounds very simple. Very frankly, you might have heard all these, but if you start practicing it on a day-to-day basis, it will rewire your mind, your body for mindfulness. And you start having a mindful living. And it will help in you in any of the health transformation or in your day-to-day life. And the more mindful we'll become, the stronger our mental and physical well-being, because we all know this controls everything. So we are trying to become, just take 5 minutes of mindful, and isn't it's not about time consuming, it's about life enhancing. And these were the 5 rules. To summarize, I'll quickly repeat the 1 minute. What was that? The 1 minute. Basically, the second serving, the 1 minute serving. Before the second serving, you pause for a minute. When you respond someone, you pause for a minute. When you are working for 1 hour, 1 minute of a pause every hour. 1 minute of gratitude in the morning and 1 minute of reflection before the day concludes. Okay, so this is what was the summary of my talk, and that's all I wanted to talk to you. And I'm sure this was very short but very reflective. Think about it, start implementing it, and you will really feel wonderful. And that's all. Thank you so much, Wellness Atlas Community, for giving me the opportunity. And back to Neelam.